Hello children at home. We're having a story today. Parents were learning about prepositions today in preschool. So that's things like up, down, under, on top of, behind, in front of, those kind of things. So today we're going to read a story called Up and Down. Once there were two friends, and they always did everything together. Are you okay? Do you need a tissue?
Yeah.
And his friend is a penguin, isn't it? Until one day, the penguin decided there was something important he wanted to do all by himself. He wanted to fly. Whee! He's going up, isn't he? Is he going up in the sky?
Yeah.
He did have wings after all, even if they didn't work very well. Although that didn't stop the penguin from trying. Look, he's climbed up the ladder and up onto the chair, and he's gone whee, and he's jumping down, isn't he? And he keeps trying, but nothing worked, and it wasn't long before he ran out of ideas. The boy even offered him a go in his plane, but the engine hadn't recovered from its last flight. And besides, it wasn't the same. The penguin wanted to do this by himself. After doing a bit of homework, it seemed as though the odds were against him. So together, the boy and the penguin decided it was time to ask for help. So they're going to the zoo to ask for help. Are you okay? When something caught the penguin's eye, and he knew this was his chance. In his excitement, he rushed off without a word. The boy didn't know where he had gone. The boy looked everywhere, and even though he found his friend for a second, even thought he'd found his friend for a second, although none of these other penguins knew how to play his favourite game. Meanwhile, the penguin had found the right place and was hired on the spot. Soon he'd get to fly. But suddenly, he realised he didn't know where his friend was or how to get home. Later that night, the penguin couldn't help but miss his friend. Likewise, the boy could barely sleep for worrying about his friend. The next day, the boy tried to think of all the places the penguin would go. When something caught his eye, he didn't have much time. Saw a picture, look, on the wall. Can you see? Is that his friend?
Yeah.
The penguin's big moment had come, but somehow he wasn't so sure about flying anymore. He wished the boy were there and even wondered if his friend had noticed he'd gone. But it was too late for thoughts like that. Bang! He took off like a bullet. Can you see what he's done? He's gone into there, he's gone into there like a cannonball, and he's lit it like a rocket, and he's gone boom! He's come flying out, hasn't he? And he's gone up into the sky. The boy rushed in, hoping he could still catch his friend. All right, okay, listen now. He was terrified and wished his friend was there to help him. Is he flying?
Yeah.
Well, he's up in the sky, isn't he? Oh, look, and his friend's trying to catch him. He's got a pillow, he's got a trampoline, he's got a net, and he's put his hands up as well, hasn't he? And look, what's going to happen now to the penguin? He's flying, but what does that arrow mean? Down. He's going to be falling down because he can't really fly, can he? The boy was there to catch him. The friends agreed that there was a reason why his wings didn't work very well, because penguins don't like flying. So together, the two friends made a break for home. Look how high up the boy is. Does anybody know what they're called, what he's on?
No.
They're called stilts.
Still.
Stilts, and they're very tall. Yeah, so on that picture you can see the boy's very tall and the penguin is very short.
I think he's
Or tall and small. Well done, Eleanor. And they went home to play. Sit on your bottom. They went home to play their favourite. Sit on your bottom. Their favourite game. Does anybody know what game they're playing?
No. Train track.
That's not a train track. Have a look at the game they're playing. Not a train track, is it? It's a board game, and that's called backgammon. It looks like to me. Backgammon.